I haven't actually watched this recently, so I'm not entirely sure what was going to happen. It looks like I predicted it fairly well. And he's managed to run his South 40s into the range of the Semiventes. His AT gun gets my auto bin there. I shouldn't have let that happen really. It was when you're clicking so furiously, often you can send your auto bin forward, and while they've got auto retreat, they won't auto retreat if there's if you order them into range.
So you can't see the last anti-tank gun in the woods now?
No, it's invisible. So I can't push on that, and I'm concerned that he will try and come around at my base like that plan has done. But now I've got an air recon, so I've managed to drive it off. He didn't use 2 of his South 40s, so 2 of his South 40s, 3 runs. I swear it was 2. So he didn't use one of his South 40s, 2 of his South 40s. So there's 3 still alive. The Semiventes are going into the kill. So I've got 3 Semiventes, M13 tank. No recon apart from this air recon. Blitzing in. They don't have turrets, but blitzing, they can drive into range and shoot.
He's cut off your supply.
Hard. Yeah, it's cutting off my supply lines, which is a bit of a pain. Now he still doesn't have camo nets that I'm aware. So I've seen his AA base has gone up. So now I'm going to be counted in the air fairly soon. I'm trying to dash over because he's clearly, what he's done is, you've seen my 7 Vengers there, and he's swapping sides to take out my my economy on this side. So I'm trying to dash over and stop him. So the speed of these 7 Vengers is quite handy.
I think it's gonna go down. I'm not sure.
Yeah, these South 40s don't take many hits to take it down. There it goes. Yep. But I took down the South 40 for it, so that's a reasonable exchange. Well, it's not great. South 40, so 15 less than my supply depot. I've killed a few, and I'm up on points. I'm up, what, 44? And what's more, it only takes us even on depots. He hasn't managed to deploy his 3rd yet. He's busy trying to counter my air, counter my anti-tank. He's trying to actually get control of the game.
I find I often do that. I get too caught up with killing the enemy's units and taking ground, but I never actually take advantage of it, and I just run out of money and lose everything then.
Yeah. If he'd had 2 spare camo nets, he'd have been able to deploy his supply depot on the left. But unfortunately, he's got to do it under secrecy, because I've got this air recon. So if I see a truck going out, I can send the air recon over to make sure he can't camo at the last second, and just send a fighter in and take it out. By the time it gets there, it'll be dead. It won't survive all the way there. So I've built a depot, so now I'm up to 3 again. But I'm not going to rebuild that forward one which he just took out, because it's not really worth it with those South 40s around. I've gone for artillery and AA, because he's gone wooded AA, infantry based AA and infantry based AT, and I figure to counter that I need something that can shoot at range. It is definitely 3 runs. I don't know why I thought it was 2.
Are the Setas on their mind?
Stop me doing it. I've deployed my AA. Oh no, I was an armor base, not an AA base. I don't know why I told you it was an AA base. I was clearly lying. But I've already teched M15, so I figure, they're quite cheap, quite fast. I can use them for harassment. And now I've seen all this wooded stuff go in there. I'm not quite sure what it is. A bit worried it might be AT, but I don't know how I react to it.
On the right, Turgon has deployed his little truck. I think he thinks he's got enough AA cover to deploy this forward depot.
Also, when you're quite zoomed out, sometimes you can't see those trucks because of the Blitz symbol and other such things. They do get obscured sometimes, and you don't notice them when you're busy doing other things. And they can sneak out even without any camo nets, and I think he did it without any camo nets. So yeah. Perhaps should have gone for that. I think I could have definitely got it had I spotted it. Trouble is keeping the recon on it, because if he camos at the last second, then air recon isn't going to be good enough, because it's just going to get shot down.
So he's managed to sneak us out for the other depot.
Yeah, it's got 27 left in that depot. There we go. Some Aventis do their job. Kill it. Now I think there's 80 in these woods, and I don't know why I don't send my air recon over to check it out. But I think there's 80 in these woods, and I'm quite sort of scared of pushing in on the depot. Turns out it shouldn't have been. But I could have used my recon. I could have done all sorts of things. The thing is with these towns is they block recon sight range. So if you pop an AT gun behind the town, often you won't see it with the recon until you come into its arc of fire, and then it just shoots you. And you've got to be really quite careful around these towns for forested stuff, because you know, okay, while it may seem obvious to position them with a clear field of fire, often you want to deliberately obstruct their field of fire, because that also obstructs the line of sight of your opponents. And you come around the corner and get a surprise attack, die in one hit. It's not pleasant. Now I've gone for the artillery and AA base, and I'm going for these assault guns, because I know he's got South 40s, so if I go for light artillery of my own, I'll get countered. So assault guns are slightly more expensive up. Oh, I've gone for light artillery. Yeah, more expensive, less range, a bit more damage, and a little bit of... Yeah, how much
so
is
as it
not amazing,
stands, you've both got 1 depot each.
He's still got 2, but he's about to clear out one of them.
Oh yeah, sorry. Got one of them back. 1 shipment left.
So my aircraft go in, strafe some AT guns, and another AT gun takes out one of my 7th, which is trying to discourage his South 40 from pushing down the flank there. I think I lost a 7th, killed an AT gun, so it's a net loss, 10 points. And I've got these assault guns backed up by the 7th, so he's got, you know, it's a bit of a hard one for him to counter, because 7th will kill his, he's going to go up planes, his South 40s, and the assault guns will kill his AT. Killed a South 40 with artillery, brilliant. So really, does a little bit of damage, not much. Planes enough in this case. Or infantry, or something like that. Just hitting his light. The French don't really get great infantry. I know I don't have to push forward. I'm up on points. I'm up on. So it's well, I'm not up on money actually. Tricky combination to use against. Okay, I'm a little bit up on money. There we go. So I know I can afford to sit back, and with these 7th and assault guns, I know that he's going to have a tough time pushing. He's bringing his own light artillery into the mix, but that's fine with me. I've got assault guns. I've got. I see I mixed assault guns and light artillery. Yeah, works I guess. Not quite sure why. I think I'd have stuck to assault guns. That was me. Oh, and I've also built one of these massive 210mm obieces. And a lot of people sneer at these things, but in this map I can pretty much shoot base to base. Okay, they cost 70 each. Okay, they die just as easily as any other infantry based thing, but they do the damage and they've got the range. So he's safe there. Planes are the main counter to them, and I know my opponent doesn't have planes because I can see he hasn't come into his face. It's an interesting one because camoing bases is not just about concealing what you have, it's about concealing what you don't have. I know he doesn't have an AA base. Not an AA base, an AA.
So Turgon's just invested $100 in 4 new South 40s, so he must have decided this is the way he wants to go.
So he's trying more of the same now, and it's just not working. He doesn't really have anything to effectively counter what I've got. I'm not really playing very aggressively, I'm sort of sitting back on it a bit. I've got this heavy artillery, which I think is about to force him to camo his base, because he can't take like heavy artillery hits on his base. Eventually I will start killing the base buildings. Well, not eventually, it'll probably happen fairly soon. He's trying to use his South 40s to take out my 7 Ventes with their assault guns. Eventually it will happen. They've only got armor 1, those assault guns do reasonable amount of damage, they'll eventually get the kill. It'll take a while, especially with only 4 assault guns. I don't know, 4 assault guns might not even be enough, 4 South 40s might not even be enough. And the artillery's landing on his base and he's decided yes to camo it, because those shells do a lot more damage than your regular artillery shells. If 3 of them hit your base, you're going to know about it. They're also not very accurate.
Did you realize he's played a decoy barracks ruse on that sector? That's interesting.
Yeah, I did actually. I hit it with a stray artillery shot, and so I knew it was a decoy. But I was a bit, you know, I wasn't really sure what was going on there. Decoy barracks. Yeah, maybe you expected me to build lots of armor to counter it. I wasn't really sure. But it's not camoed, so I can see it's not building anything. I know it's not radio silence. I sort of, you know, I know nothing's coming out of it. So I'm not really that frightened. If it started massing infantry, maybe decoy infantry, maybe 20 decoy infantry, okay, that's 5 ruses. But maybe I'd have built some M15s. But as it was, I was happy to let that be. And as I knew it was a decoy at this stage, it wasn't any problem. Now he's gone. Really, I pushed forward with my 7 Ventes. I've been targeting his AT guns all the way along, just so I can push forward with my 7 Ventes and take out the armoured stuff. Occasionally coming with strafes. There's another AT gun. I see it. I strafe it. There it goes. Yeah, 2 runs in the open, 3 runs in the woods. And I think he's going to surrender soon, because looking at it, his forces just don't. They're not comparable to mine. I was 200 points up at the point of surrender, so it's it.
Good game.
If we look at a few of the stats, because it's always nice to look at the stats after the game, you see that I managed to get more income in, about 150 more, and that's all from trucks. So that's just I built the supply depots earlier, I think. My one on the right flank managed to pull in a bit more than his counteracting one, and the one in front of my base wasn't finished at the end of the game, I don't think. Neither was his, but mine was built earlier. In terms of kills, most of it was artillery and anti-tank for me. And whereas his armour got most of his kills, those South 40s were really doing it. His anti-tank got 60 points.
Yeah, you got plenty of points with anti-tank yourself. I think Tigga's just dropped actually.
Well, it was a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know. There wasn't much else to say.
Nope. No, Tigga's definitely gone. He's lost connection or something. Well, anyway, sorry, Tigga isn't gonna be here to say goodbye, but, well, see you next time.
Bye bye.